Hi, folks. Welcome to Economic Observation. It is Wednesday. It is the 19th of May. Thank you so much for making time to watch this video. Once again, this video is sponsored by the Tanzania School Foundation. And if you would like to support it, that would be through supporting me because I believe in this organization very much. Links found below. Anyway, let's get started. Today, this video is all about bubbles. And why are we talking about bubbles? Because bubbles grow big sometimes and bubbles don't last long. And there are a lot of bubbles going on in the economic world today. The first bubble is lumber, right? Up 440% from last year. The cost to build an average home in the United States is up $36,000 from where it was last year. Do not think about building a house or buying a home right now. Just think about it. The government wants the country to open up. Businesses are requiring people come into the office now. All those people that bought houses hours away from where they work are all going to want to go back to the city now. Why would they need all that square footage when they can go back to the city? I think people would rather have their 3 hours a day in commuting than all the space, especially if they're not there anymore. So what's going to happen in the suburbs or even beyond? When all of a sudden, all these investment bankers, all these hedge funds, all these tech companies, now they want their employees back in the office. Maybe not full time, but they're going to want them back 2 or 3 days a week. What happens to all of that real estate that people bought to get away from the cities, to have space to work at home? They didn't need the commute anymore. They didn't have the commute anymore. They worked from home. Just think about the housing market. In the cities, the price came down. Those prices, I believe, are going to go back up again. And I think all those people that bought houses for $50,000 or $100,000 or whatever it was over asking price, they're going to get hurt. We see a huge amount of refinancing. People are using their homes as ATMs. This is like a repeat of 2008. I think the housing bubble is going to crash. And I think the lumber prices are going to crash along with it. They have to. Nothing can keep going up with no real substantiated value. Let's talk about cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin down 30% today. 30%. That is absurd amount. What, just because of one tweet by one man, it can send the crypto market crashing down? There's a lot of people who bought at $64,000 Bitcoin. Today it hit under $30,000 for a minute. People lost millions of dollars. The thing with cryptocurrency, it has no fundamental value. There's no asset behind it. It's just a speculative thing. It's something that you get in and you get out. It's not for the long term. Unless, of course, you were like me and bought Bitcoin at $300 in 2016. But a lot of people didn't even know about Bitcoin back then. It's all these new investors. It's all these younger people who are on unemployment or at home trying to make a buck and trying to make something out of a bad situation. They're the ones who are getting hurt. Just wait till more institutional investors start pulling their cryptos out, selling their currencies or their coins. This is not over. It has a long way to go. Everything was down. Ethereum was down, Litecoin was down, Cardano was down, Doge is down, Bitcoin is down. Everything is down. And do you think now is the time to buy it? Who knows, right? I don't know if now's the time to buy it, but I'm not ready to get into that market right now. I was hesitant to buy Bitcoin at $300 in 2016. I didn't buy that many. And I had since converted some into some other assets, but I still have some. And I sold some. I sold my Litecoin. I sold my Ethereum. Sure, did I leave money on the table? Absolutely. Did I sell at the all-time high? Nobody, very few people do. Not every asset. Look at the stock market. Stock market's down again, 163 points today. These stocks are on a free fall too because there's no valuation behind them. And folks, we have a big problem in this country. On June 30th, the moratoriums end and the forbearances end. According to Pew Research, $53 billion is owed in back rent. 1 in 7 renters is behind. 1 in 7 renters. The average landlord is behind $25,000 to $28,000 if they haven't collected rent. June 30th is only 6 weeks away. And when this moratorium expires, this trickle of evictions that's happening right now is going to be a tsunami nationwide. And what's going to happen to the price of housing? What happens when forbearances end? How many houses are going to be foreclosed on? Listen, the government wants the country to open up, and they think it's as quick as snapping your fingers. But we know it's not. It's going to take a long time. There's still millions of unemployed Americans. And tomorrow new data comes out. And my estimate, it's going to be another 480,000 people that lost their jobs. That's just my estimate. But this fear of missing out. My youngest son is so proud. He comes to visit and he says, oh, I have all this crypto and it's going to the moon. And they talk like they know it all. And nothing I say will convince them otherwise. My daughter does some, monthly cost averaging, and she invests into some, S&P fund. Contributes a set amount every month. And she thinks it can never go down. But she also says she has time. She's only 30 years old, so she has 30 years for it to grow. I told her to buy gold. You know what she said to me? She said, Grandpa gave me a coin. Do you want to buy it from me? I'm like, no, keep it. It's going to save your ass one day. She doesn't believe me. Maybe I'm old school. But young people today, they think that this market is just going to keep going up, up, up. I've never seen anything like it. I worked at Goldman Sachs for 25 years. I've been through a lot of crashes there. And with each crash, I witnessed massive layoffs. And that's what happens in crashes, and people will lose everything. People will be devastated. Those people who are using their homes as ATMs, they're going to be devastated. Look at the price of food. Have you gone to the supermarket lately? The price of food is astronomical. Everything. The price of gasoline is going up. And just wait. You know what the next big thing to go up is? Just wait. Work clothes. Because people haven't gone to work in a long time. If you need some dress slacks or a button-down shirt if you're a man, or a tie, or whatever it may be, a pair of decent shoes, you're not going to be able to find them because stores haven't stocked them. The hell with stores, there are no stores anymore. Amazon probably doesn't even have enough inventory to cover everybody's everything. I don't know. We're having a lot of shifts. And those bubbles that are really high now, when the country fully reopens and everything settles down, things will adjust. And rent in the cities will go up again. And housing all across the country will come down. People still would rather have the city life where there's lots of restaurants and shows and no commute every day than have commute in a big house that you're never in. All right, folks, that's just my opinion. This is not financial advice. Thank you so much for making it to the end. I really appreciate you. Don't forget to check out the links to support me through the Tanzania School Foundation. I'd really appreciate it. Have a great day. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to hit like or subscribe to this video. Have a nice day.